Hi Gemini, welcome to your tarot reading for the month of October. We are going to use the Dark Grimoire tarot deck, which is much more darker and a bit more serious. For some reason I was called to use this deck for you guys. So let's get into it. You can watch for your rising sign, your moon, sun, Mercury, Venus. So this month might be very pivotal for you with Mercury retrograde, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so y'all could be feeling the effects one way or another. So let's get into it. So the first cards that I pulled out is the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And what it tells me is that right now Gemini is a very versatile sign, right? So, you've always enjoyed, being everywhere all at once. Being scattered is what works for you. You know what I mean? So, but this time you guys are much more, you guys are narrowing down. And one part of you is childlike. And the other part of you is, much more mature, much more, how do I say this, objective, more nurturing as well, with the Queen of Swords. So maybe you guys are actually trying to strike a balance between, being fun and being airy and being lighthearted. And then the other part of you actually kind of wants to be more stoic. You probably, like, one part of you also wants to be taken much more seriously. And it feels like you guys are just trying to give out an image of, like, I will not be fucked with. I will cut your head off. Because you see with the Queen of Swords, like, they're literally like severed heads here, right? Yeah. So yeah. So what I'm picking up is that like, if you're looking for love, there's definitely going to be a really big, it feels like it's a really potent time to gain connections. But before you gain connections, we do have the Hermit here. So the Hermit tells me that it's a really important time to get clear with what you want. The one of the easiest rules to manifest is to just be really clear with what you want. And the Queen of Swords energy is very much, when something is not in alignment with what you want, you immediately say no. And you don't actually entertain it anyway, because you're that clear with what you want. So you're really asked to sit with yourself and, just sit down and make a list of what you want, in a partnership, or just what you want that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled. Because we have the 10 of Cups here, and we also have the 2 of Cups here, which kind of talked about the whole relationship aspect. There's definitely much more, you guys are definitely entering a much more joyful headspace. Emotions are running high in the best ways possible, and it feels like you guys have not had that in a long time, so please have fun. But at the same time, there is like this deep this deep set fear that, like, your joy is going to be taken away. So this shows that this has happened in the past for you. Like, when you show up to something in a state of happiness, it gets taken away. But you're just being asked to be present in the moment, to stay in the moment. And then we have the 8 of Cups here. There's a lot of cups in this reading, so it's definitely very emotionally heavy. And the 8 of Cups is also, it kind of reinforces that Queen of Cups thing. Like, someone's offering this person something and she's like, no, and people might be offering you things that you don't want. So it's really important to get clear on what you want and stick to it, and do not compromise. Zero compromisation. That's what I'm picking up. Yeah, because probably in the past, the things that have led to your sense of, like, self-undoing, like things being taken away from you and stuff, is because you were very much unfocused. You know, like the scattered energy of Gemini is all over the place, right? And this time around, you guys are actually narrowing it down, which is going to be so beneficial for you. So continue to work at that. Really, really sit down and work with it, because that's really what you need to be doing. The moon tells me that there's still some subconscious, unconscious releasing that you need to do. There can be a fear of unworthiness when it comes to love. Maybe you might find this really hard to believe, but it's happening for you, baby. It's happening, honey. Yeah, but you have to really realize that you're worthy, and to understand that your past does not dictate your future, and that, you know, like the subconscious, the terrifying things that go on in your subconscious, it's just a reflection of your internal world. And if that is terrifying for you, this is why you need to go within, hermit style, for you to, you know, see it and rectify it, and sort of like, you know, work on your internal self and trust that, like, it will show up in the outer world. So what is your outcome card? Interesting. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles tells me that you guys are going to be much more, you know, grounded. That whole narrowing down, you know, what you guys are into, and, you know, just being clear on what you want. Like, you guys are just going to be much more grounded, and you're going to be much more practical in terms of, like, you know, your love situations. You guys are not necessarily, you know, you don't just necessarily rush into things. You're going to take your time, and you're going to, I think you guys, for once, you guys are not going to be doing the chasing. It's going to be coming to you. So I think it's really helpful for you to affirm that you guys are attractive. You don't have to chase this time. It will be coming to you, possibly delivered right to your doorstep. And, you know, Mercury is opposite Uranus, the planet of surprises. So you never know what will be coming your way. All right. So the next card I'm going to pull out is the Moonology deck. Well, it's the Moonology Oracle deck. I'm going to be pulling out a card from the deck. Sorry. And confidence is your key to success. New Moon Leo. So yeah, you know, work on your unworthiness. Understand, like, from the past. Understand the actions, thoughts, and behaviors that you've engaged in that stems from a place of unworthiness. And by working on that, you start to build your confidence, and then you start to release your fear and your anxiety. Yeah. So I pulled a card from the Light, Work Your Light deck, and we have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? So for me, this ties into the Queen of Pentacles, because, you know, she's very, you know, nurturing, in the sense where, like, you know, she's surrounded with all this abundance, and she invites you in. So, you know, I think you're going to be doing that with your partner, obviously. You know, you're going to let them into your inner world, which is actually really rich and just full of beauty, right? And with the Star Mother, how I see it is that this ties into your work of unworthiness, the moon, right? When you work on, when you like pinpoint those times that you were not in alignment, or when you were acting from a place of unworthiness, you have to be really kind to yourself. There's absolutely no room for judgment here. So continue, you know, just, you know, it's kind of like when a friend comes to you and asks you for advice. You know, most times you're not going to extend an attitude of judgment. You're like, it's okay, come here, you know, I'm here for you. So you need to extend that energy onto yourself. Yeah. But otherwise, this is really good, Gemini. I'm really enjoying what I see, and yeah, great changes. Embrace it all. So if you like this reading, like, comment, subscribe, or book a personal reading with me if you like. Thank you, Gemini, and take care, and happy Mercury retrograde.